Good evening, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of Red Cup Rants right here on the Strictly Prohibited Network. This is your boy Dex. As you see, it's the cage version this week. We got my bro Dre with me. What up, Dre? Never mind.
Good,
And we got Mad Mike with me. What up, Mike? So,
What
Mike,
up?
there's something that you wanted to address before we took off.
Oh yes, absolutely,
You
man.
want me to do that for you? There you
I
go.
want to make sure I get this correct, because this for me, this is something that I think is absolutely amazing. Um, my boy, he knows exactly who he is. Just want to give him a shout out. Um, Makari Reams. All right, I want to get this correct.
Right.
He is one of 60%. All right, 60% of these people get this scholarship, and he was one of the 60%. And he will be playing football for the Georgia Knights Prep Academy. And look, man, this guy could be the next great player. He could be the next great player. And for me, um, Dre, Dex, we've all had the opportunity to play sports, so we know that this is, for me, this is something that is near dear to my heart because we know being from the inner city that we only have so many opportunities that is afforded to us and whatnot. And I just got to give him a shout out, man. He is a loyal follower not only to Mad My Sports, but more importantly, the Strictly Prohibited Network. You guys can follow me on my personal page, but before you do that, I want to warn you. My personal page is truly who I am. So if you think you're going to come on my personal page and call me out without consequence, you're sadly mistaken. So let's be respectful. I'll be respectful. But hit me up. Michael Anthony Linson, aka Kawhi, aka the asshole.
You probably admitted he's like why, right?
I had to do it. But yeah, man, just hit me up, man. I love to chat with you guys, man. I'm all on the BS. All right, I'm all on the BS on my personal page. This is not business. It's not YouTube. This is not strictly prohibited network. You know what I'm saying? I go completely bananas on that bitch. All right, so hit me up, man. But again, Makari, bro, I appreciate you for finding us on Strictly Prohibited Network, man, Mike Sportsman, and congratulations on, you becoming one of those 60% of people that will go and play football at Georgia, with the Georgia Knights, man. Appreciate that.
Shout out to your nephew, man. I
Yes, sir.
I will say this that as much as we talk about how the white man holds us down, I
Mm-hmm.
love stories like this. I love to see stories like this. So,
Yes, sir.
um, congrats to your nephew. Uh, I know a lot of people talk about how a lot of us the blacks look to sports and rap to escape reality, but
Uh-huh.
this is a good story. It's a very good story. So, man, shout out to your nephew, man. I'm rooting for him, dog. Real talk, I'm rooting for him. So I
Absolutely.
hope he enjoys success with this, and if he doesn't, then I hope that he
Definitely
you know you already know how they already count you already know how they counter us blacks out
hmm
before.
Before you even get started.
Yeah.
Y'all looking at me?
But Dex, what's
Mhm.
up? You up here daydreaming? What the hell is going on, bro?
I'm doing some cleaning of the
I'm
house.
good. Look, I just had look. I
Hey,
have a
we can
confession.
laugh
I have a
and
confession
party
right
and
now.
board
I have a
and
confession.
party and board and party and board. We can do that.
Yeah,
That's what we do here.
I'm
I have a
making sure
confession.
that
Look, before we
I'm
get to the
making
next
sure that the
subject,
house is up. I'm making
I just
sure
have a
that
confession.
if people want to
I
call
ate a
in,
full
they
plate of
can.
barbecue all worked out.
Oh, people that.
Yeah, I'm opening up the phone line, so if people want to call in.
Oh, see, that's why he in there with that stare and that glance in his eye. He's concentrating. He's doing this.
I'm being a technical dingus.
Okay.
You know? But
I see.
But so since LaDonna has already set it up for us, thank you, LaDonna. You know, with the great producer that you are in the control booth handling things for us. Our first topic is the Super Bowl, which I really don't give a fuck about watching. Pat, my homeboy versus Jimmy only had to throw 6 passes. Shit. Personally, I hate to say that the team I think is going to win is the team I think is going to win, but the Niners defense is just too fucking strong. They're a better complete team. I know it's fuck your doofus. I know who y'all are. I know what y'all stand for, but that Niners defense is a 3-level defense. It's not just the defensive line. It's not just the linebackers, and it's not just the secondary. It's all 3 levels. They work as a unit. They have some Falcons about them to where when the ball is moved past the line of scrimmage, you've seen them swarm to the ball. Except for they do something we don't do. They can rush the passer. I don't like giving Nick Bosa any kind of credit considering who he is based on where he came from. But the motherfucker, he can ball. He can ball. But that's my thought. I got the Niners over the Chiefs.
I'm gonna say this
based on
because I've been getting a ton of mixed messages. I went live last night to get my thoughts on Mr. Shanna Doofus.
And I also agree with LaDonna. The other winner of the Super Bowl is not that one. Damn it, that one. J-Lo's movie. If there's ever a halftime show where we function, we got J-Lo and Shakira. Can I get that, please? Please and thank you.
That's cool. That's
please,
definitely. You ain't getting no argument from me. You get no arguments from me. None whatsoever. You know what I'm about. All right, so
about that action, boss. We know. You like Marshawn. You like that action, boss.
Oh yes. But as far as the game is concerned, man, I tell people all this time, man. I'm gonna save that for last because that's actually that's actually my rant. But I'll say this about the 49ers, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna address you motherfuckers later. All right, I'm gonna address you punk ass people that been coming at me. Thank you. You know, you can just say whatever the hell you want to say to me, and like I said, if you want any business and work with me, hit me up on Facebook, dog. That's what I'm there all the time. All the time, anytime you want it, you can come get it. All right, you definitely can get it from me. But when it comes down to this game, man, you're gonna get the truth from me, and you're gonna get the analytical side. And right now is the analytical side. When you look at the 49ers, like Dick said, they have all 3 elements of defense: pass rush, great cover linebackers who are pretty much complete, and they have a damn good secondary led by Richard Sherman. And when you have that, that's extremely difficult to, it keeps the offense chemistry and everything to a minimum, because once you get that pass rush going, it kills every freaking thing. Kills all the timing. It kills all the timing because you can get penetration. Like the people say that Grady Jarrett isn't a run stuffer. You don't have to necessarily be a good run stuffer if you're getting penetration. Penetration kills every part of their offensive line. You getting penetration, that's it. That's all you need. So Buckner, he's doing a damn good job. He and Buckner and that guy, Bosa, oh my God, these dudes are just
DeForest
that's
Buckner.
Scary. Those guys are playing out of their mind right now. So when you look at it, yes, they do have every aspect to give Kansas City hell. But as far as Kansas City is concerned, one thing that I think that San Francisco is going to have a hard time at, they're going to have a hard time with Damian Williams coming out of the backfield with with Travis Kelce. Those guys are catching passes out of the backfield. You remember in 2016, this is the aspect that the Falcons killed the league with. Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman coming out of the backfield,
Yeah,
and they had
the two-prong effect.
they had Austin Hooper. Those guys were controlling the middle field along with Mohamed Sanu. That's what Kyle Shanahan does great. That's what he does great as far as getting his running backs and getting the tight ends involved in the game. And Kansas City, they have that. They have that, and they have that damn. I don't know what I call him, the damn road runner. All right, I call Tyreek Hill the fucking road runner. Meet me, pew, bro. You can't do nothing with that dude. You can't do anything with Tyreek but pray. Just pray, bro. That's all. Because if that dude get free and go past a safety, if he's even, you heard this before? He's leaving. That's it, bro. Tyreek Hill is an absolute problem. And that's the thing that is going to test this San Francisco 49ers. It isn't necessarily the tight ends. It's the middle of the field. If they can control the middle of the field, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams, and Tyreek Hill, San Francisco don't have a chance. It doesn't matter if you have a Richard Sherman. Those three guys, if they get loose, if they get in a rhythm, the game is already over.
But yeah, that's true. I just feel like the that running back that San Fran has is the secret weapon. We seen what he just did.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo, boy, he showed his complete ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did. He definitely did. I forget more. I don't know how to.
Mostert.
How
Betsy, how you say his name? I know you watching because you know you get mad when we don't give your name. I know you watching. How you say his name, girl? Shit.
I don't know how to tell you his name.
Mostert?
Yeah, him.
Right, Mostert?
Yeah. Thank you, LaDonna. Yeah, him. He and see, Tevin Coleman being hurt is a bad thing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, injuries happen. But, you know, the Niners don't play the type of running game that the Falcons do where they use a whole stable of backs.
Mm-hmm.
They get them a bell cow and run that motherfucker.
Right.
Mostert shows he can hit the hole or he can create a hole. Because I seen him run over a couple dudes last game. I was like, oh. Excuse me. What made you mad, sir? Oh, and they're talking about that Tico Rar might be back by the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I hope his arm don't fall off before he get there.
You a fool. You the fool.
I'm just saying. I don't look. I'm incredibly bitter when it comes to Shanna Doofus.
I know you are.
I wish Tico Raw the best, but fuck Shanna Doofus, man.
I know. I would check in with Dre, but I think he had to step away real quick.
No, I'm here.
Dre, what are your thoughts on the situation? Oh, you want to go fill up the Red Cup. You didn't tell me you was just trying to fill up the Red Cup. My bad. Hold on. I need to go get me something.
No, I just want to know what y'all talking about so I can not sound like a dumbass.
The 49ers, the Super Bowl.
It's in the bottom of the screen.
No. I just know I just want to make sure y'all was talking about, because I could jump in about, I know it's the Chiefs and the 49ers, but I can be talking about something else and I'll be like, bro.
Captain Mustard being the running back and the difference between the Niners offense versus the Chiefs non-existent running defense. Because
okay. So,
I mean, yeah, they locked down. They locked down Henry. Henry is a straightforward. hit the A gap
Yeah.
runner.
Well,
Whereas most
I want to say this. I want to say this. Let me just speak my piece. With Mozart, number one, I want to talk about Mozart. You have to realize that this man got cut by 6 different teams before he had his foot. And you know how I love the underdog. I love underdog. This man was cut by 6 teams, and 2 of those teams that he was cut by, he only had 1 carry. He only had 1 carry. So
did you call my man's Mozart?
Yeah, Mozart. He's been cut by 6 teams. And matter of fact, one of those 6 teams that he was cut by, I had them going to the Super Bowl. Baltimore, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
Didn't the Eagles cut him too?
Yeah, but I'm talking about right now as far as
hodgepodge. Yeah, we talking about your boys.
I'm talking about right now, but it's just the fact of the matter is that when you have an opportunity to show out, Mozart had an opportunity to show out on the biggest stage in football, going to help your team win a conference championship. It doesn't get no better than that.
And he
It really doesn't. It really doesn't, because this man had the 2nd highest rushing yards and touchdowns
in history
in the Super Bowl era.
Right behind Eric Dickerson.
Everybody talks about Ricky Waters. Yeah, Ricky Waters had 5 touchdowns, and I respect that. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. Ricky Waters should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
But
he didn't stay off the wheel. So.
Yeah, but at the same time, Mozart, and I told you, I love how my predictions come together. Like Mike say, chemistry. I love how it comes together. I told y'all that Mozart would be a solid running back, especially against the Ravens. When I told y'all that Kyle Shanahan should have gave him the ball, I told y'all. And the way he showed out in the NFC Championship, I wasn't surprised at all, because this man knows how to fulfill his duties as a running back. I really do. I really did. And you saw what he did. And what's the story? What's the story in football? What's the story in professional football? The unsung hero.
Yeah.
I think Mozart will be the unsung hero. I really think he does. I don't think he will have a great career in the NFL, but I do think he will have that spurt for a couple of years. He will be mentioned among the great running backs, because if you think that
this is his coming out party, so to speak.
Go ahead, Dex. Go ahead.
You said you feel like this is his coming out party, so to speak. Whereas,
absolutely, if you run for 235 yards and 4 touchdowns, that's not a coming out party. That's kicking in the door. Shout out to Pimp C. That's a kick in the door.
Ooh, boy, don't get me started on that.
You know what?
I'm saying, I'm just saying, like, am I wrong? Look, am I wrong for saying that? Because
no, sir.
As much as we talk about how players disappear during the playoff games, we also talk about how players step up in playoff games. So Raheem Mostert definitely stepped up. He really did. Because think about it. In the shout of my voice. How many passes Garoppolo attempted in the NFC Championship game?
6, I believe.
No, he attempted 8.
Who's that?
8?
8. Your $142 million quarterback only attempted 8 passes.
Oh yeah.
But you're still going.
Hold on. Wait for it.
Hold on.
Goddamn.
Hold up.
I'm good.
But you're still going to the Super Bowl. But people talking about how Jimmy Garoppolo won that game for them. I disagree.
I never said he
I
won.
disagree. And you know what? And you know what? And you know what? I'm gonna say another thing before I'm gonna let Mike and Dex take over. If it wasn't for Tevin Coleman getting injured, it would be the whole different game. It
If he
really
would have got
would.
injured earlier in the season, nobody would have known about him, right?
It wouldn't even matter because Tevin Coleman was moving them chains before he got hurt. Prove me wrong. Anybody in the sound of my voice? Anybody in the sound of my voice? Prove me wrong. Please.
Tevin Coleman was doing that for us, so I agree.
Well, we talked about that. This is not talking about the Falcons. We're talking about what Tevin Coleman brings to the table as a running back.
Oh, he threw 8 passes and completed 6.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to my BFF. So that's all I'm saying. Everybody's talking about how great this offense is, but I'm gonna tell you about this about the Super Bowl. It's the unmovable force.
They saw
that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let Dex and Mike. I'm gonna let y'all talk about this after this. What I say, because you know I'm the casual fan. My two bros up there, Mike and Dex.
I'm already looking at these numbers because I'm about to.
They gonna give you the numbers. All I'm gonna say is this: you got the unmovable force versus what unstoppable force versus
the immovable object.
Yeah,
I got
because
you.
Because we all know how great the Chiefs offense is, and I said it's been great. Patrick Mahomes to me is probably going to be among the greats as a young quarterback. I know everybody talks about Deshaun Watson, everybody talks about Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes is right up there. He's right up there. But at the same time, I gotta give a shout out to John Lynch. John Lynch he built this defense because you know the fun thing about it is I would say this.
Say that again. Say that one more again. Say that one more again.
About what?
Building
what you just said about John Lynch.
Yes, John Lynch. Come on, dog. Mike. Come on, dog.
Mm-hmm. You know that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
You know how many times how many times he played against the Falcons? I know. And he played with Derrick Brooks, Simeon Rice, Warren Sapp. I know.
What you're trying to tell me, Drake, you're trying to tell your boy, man, Mike, that it wasn't Kyle Shanahan who built that. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That Kyle Shanahan didn't build?
But you know, I never said that because fuck Kyle Shanahan. I never said that.
That's what I'm saying. I just have
to like this. Look, my homegirl, we've been friends. Mm-hmm. We've been friends since I was 16. She was 15. She was a hardcore 49ers fan. And she told me, she said, Dre, look out for the 49ers in about a couple of years. We're gonna be back. And I was like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all suck, y'all trash. Y'all ain't doing shit.
You talking about Betsy?
But then John Lynch came.
Ooh.
And Dex, Mike, Drake.
Do we have to talk about that guy? Do we have to talk about that?
No. I'm just gonna say this and then we can move on. But y'all know how John Lynch is very defensive.
Mm-hmm.
He went and got DeForest Buckner, Nick Bosa, D Ford in the trade, Richard Sherman. He knew what it was. And I don't want to talk on my Falcons because that's my team, but I'm gonna just say it like this, and y'all could be mad at me when I say this.
Let's be honest about it.
I wish Thomas Dimitroff would have followed that same blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he really did. I do. But we're gonna
So let me give
But I will say this. Let me say this. As far as the Super Bowl, the 49ers have a chance to stop Kansas City, but I think Patrick Mahomes will be cemented as a great quarterback when he wins the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I really
well,
yeah. But that's my opinion. But I'm gonna let my bros. I'm gonna let my bros speak on it.
Well, before we do that, we have a caller on the line already. Caller, state your name and tell us your thoughts.
Hey, girl, you know me. It's Angel.
Okay.
what's good?
Welcome back to the show, Ajalon. How can we assist you this lovely Tuesday evening?
What's up, man?
I'm gonna
What's
just say,
happening?
I take back everything I said about Matt Ryan.
No, dog.
Oh,
Look, let me tell you something. You got about 3 minutes to talk about Matt Ryan, and we're gonna cut you off. You got about 3 minutes.
All right, man.
You got about 3 minutes.
What you got, Ajalon? Don't worry about that right now. What's on your mind?
No, he got 3 minutes, bro. He got about 3 minutes.
What's going on?
We got Joe Witt. If we got who we hired, Joe Witt. I looked up his stats, bro. And he's a good secondary coach. I don't think the defense is going to be like it's going to be in 2017. So like if we get AJ Epinesa or Javon Kinlaw in the first round, and then look, get a cornerback in the second round. You see, at the beginning of the season, I thought we could get Jeffrey Okuda. That dude, I've been looking at him forever, bro. That dude, he's good, bro. And if Antonio Jones could get Calvin Ridley hooked up on that workout, we'll be seeing Calvin Ridley 1,000 yards next year, no doubt. And True Front, he can stay for.
Hey, you better watch it with True Front.
If we didn't keep him, Devondre Campbell sucks. He can go. He's trash. Did you know this man allowed 80% of his passes, of the passes towards him? Like, he sucks. He's trash. Usually he's okay. You see, I've been in a bad mood because of Madden right now. I've been using the Falcons and these boys suck.
Is that so?
This offensive line is dookie.
And shout out to LD. I'm not hostile. I'm just listening. So I'm not hostile.
He's not hostile, man.
Before I leave y'all,
Okay.
I said it last week. I mean it. Bro.
Well, we appreciate you calling in. You know, thanks for giving us your thoughts on the situation.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. We definitely appreciate it.
I will say this. Welcome to the team. I've been telling everybody all year that Devondre Campbell was one of the sources of our issues, not Vic Beasley. I studied tape. I played safety, but I started off as a linebacker on one side of the ball and a running back on the other. So I know what a bad coverage linebacker looks like. Devondre Campbell happens to be one. He can stop the run, but you get that fool in space. Woo, 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 woo. And I ain't talking Three Stooges. Matt Ryan has never been the issue. If Matt Ryan is the issue, I'm gonna tell you just like this. For a man who has missed 2 games in his whole career and been on his ass most of the games, he would not be putting up all-world numbers every year with no offensive line, with maybe 1 or 2 weapons to throw to, and a bunch of rinky-dink receivers that we pulled off the street that we found in the back of some Walmart on some Walmart parking lot. And said, "Here, come catch balls from Matt Ryan." A run game. We haven't had a run game since T.J. Duckett left.
And the run game, it's a misconception with the run game with the Atlanta Falcons. Kyle Shanahan was here. Kyle Shanahan had balance. We weren't exactly successful with the running game, but he provided balance.
Right.
And like with the running game, you don't have to be effective. As long as you're getting those 1-2 yards with Matt Ryan, you giving Matt Ryan consistently 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards.
Yep.
That's great for Matt Ryan. It's when you're not getting those attempts, when you're not
Right.
committing to the run. That's the issue, and that's the issue that the
And,
Falcons have right now.
The one thing people don't understand about Matt Ryan is he is one of the stealthiest guys with the football when it comes to play action.
Mm-hmm.
He is great at making you bite off the play action, but he can't make you bite off the play action if we don't have a run game to make you respect that handoff. When we had Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman, got my Vontaes mixed up. when we had them both and they were doing their job, the run game was decent, except for we had to get away from the run game because yes, Freeman was our bell cow, and Coleman was our big shot, but our big shot player happened to have humbulitis for 2 years.
Right,
So
exactly.
And then Freeman started to get hurt every other game. You know, a toe here, a concussion there, an elbow here, back there, knees there. That adds up. We pay you.
And Tevin Coleman had his injury injury issues as well. So that's why like that my thing is I don't like to sit back and bash, former players. But when we love to live in the past, bro, like we got to get past 2000. We're not 2000. That team will never be back. We're never going to get that back. We're never going to get the Dirty Bird 98 team back. Let's stop living in the past. Bro. Go ahead, Drake. Do your thing.
Now, I see Joseph wanted to say he put a comment up saying that he wants Peyton Manning to be our OC. Nah, bro.
Ooh.
I like
it. Nah.
Let me.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go on the record and say I don't agree with that. I don't. I really don't. I don't agree with that.
I
agree. Everybody has their opinion. I mean,
but at the same time, this is the same guy. I said that we shouldn't have traded all that away for Julio. We saw how Julio became a beast in the NFL. But right now, I just feel that you know how I feel.
Right.
I'm not trying to give up a farm to.
I think it will work because it would help Matt Ryan evolve to where his audible game will become better.
But I will say this. The fact of the matter is that Matt Ryan being a veteran, he should have had his audible calls beforehand. It doesn't need.
But when you have
it doesn't need for a quarterback or a former quarterback to come in and say, "Hey, man, put the audibles in your lineup." It shouldn't have come to that.
This is the thing. Let me say this real fast. Every quarterback audibles. All right, they have.
That's what I'm saying. Every quarterback audibles, but it's just like, why take it so long? That's all I'm saying.
Like every quarterback in the league audibles. Well, offensive coordinator, and I said this last night in my live. Every offensive coordinator does this. They call 2 plays. Okay, and depending on what the defense is doing, the quarterback can choose whether or not to audible this play or that play. So every quarterback in the league who is, some rookies have the freedom to either call this or that. So the idea that Matt Ryan doesn't do this, what Matt Ryan doesn't do a lot now is hurry up. We don't do the hurry up offense as much as we did. Partly one is because the receivers are still young and you can't if these guys don't understand what they're doing and which route that they need to take. And
they don't
rookies,
understand route read.
offensive linemen, they don't know the calls. You get these. Matt Ryan can seriously get hurt if an offensive lineman doesn't know that he needs to be on the left side instead of the right side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, automatic is much more difficult than just, oh, you need to call press 8. You know, like playing Madden. I'm just going to press X and I'm press, oh, it's not like that. So it's much more to just automate. And I get it. I totally understand it. But no quarterback in the league has the freedom to just call whatever they want to. Not even Tom Brady. Tom Brady's on the sideline screaming at Jeff McDaniels because he wants to do something else. And Josh McDaniels is like, Tom, calm down. I know what I'm doing. Okay, let me do my freaking job.
Right.
So every quarterback in the league.
I will say this: Joe is also right when he said that we don't allow Matt to have enough freedom, because we noticed back when we used to do the 2-man offense at times when Matt could freestyle.
Right.
We flowed, but at the same time, it's like you said, when receivers don't understand the verbiage, when they don't understand, okay, I changed to this play, that means you need to go here instead of there. When a lineman, okay, this play and this play is called, we're running this play, and then I check to something else on the line, and you didn't hear the check right, or you heard it right, but you seen something pre-snap wrong, and you miss your block. One missed block.
You get a free shot on your quarterback. If you miss your assignment, you get a free shot on the quarterback and you miss your that's hell to pay.
Because one missed block on the blind side can end a career. That hit that Matt Ryan took in the Super Bowl when Free missed that block could have sidelined him for months after the Super Bowl. How he just popped up is beyond me. However, and I do thank Ajalon for calling in and speaking his mind. This was not the topic we had at hand. We not talking about our boys right now. We can cover it later on in the show. I will give up some of my rant time for us to be able to cover this. Producer, please give me a topic, because we supposed to be talking about other things, not talking football.
Dre about to have it. Dre like
NFL going to the scribbles.
Nah, man. I mean,
don't be scripting. Wait, not that kind of script.
I just listen.
Oh, damn! I thought we was going.
I will say this. About the only thing I'm gonna say about this Las Vegas trip, the NFL draft. All I'm gonna say is this: you put black boys on the boat, and they get shifted over to their respective teams.
Oh,
I got.
Not that one. I'm down to the other one. There you go.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. I got a little bit offended, and shout out to Matt Bowe, Wyatt, my dog. He pointed it out. He was like, "Oh, so y'all just gonna go and get on a boat, and you're gonna go see your white owners." So I mean,
I don't know Matt's actual last name. He's always just been white to me.
I know it. Don't worry. It's
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, look. All I'm saying is this. Get your money on, get your dream on. But if it was me personally, if I was got drafted by a team, I ain't gonna be on no damn boat. I'll walk the whole damn sidewalk before. I will walk the whole damn sidewalk before that.
Better stay focused for real.
Yeah, I mean,
I walk a whole damn sidewalk before I go on a boat, because we know how we are. As far, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and we might get canceled tomorrow, but y'all know how we know how we are about blacks and being on a boat, being carried somewhere.
Being on a boat, we're gonna hold the draft on a freaking boat. Whose bright idea was that?
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. And you know the funny thing about it? The funny thing about it was? Matt brought this up. My homeboy. he brought this up. He was like, yeah, he was like,
I'm
y'all
about to see
really,
what's cooking in the
you know
kitchen.
what? And the funny thing about it was,
Situation.
he was like, y'all really comfortable going on a boat to go get drafted
Yeah,
to
that's
your
crazy.
white owners? And I was like, he has a point.
Whoa! I really just got it. I really got it now. Wow. I didn't think about that. Wow.
And Matt, shout out to Matt. I know he's listening, but
Wow. I didn't think it.
he really brought it up.
Oh my God. Wow. That
I mean,
really,
I'm not saying that it's overreacting, but the people that look like me and Dex and Mike, come on, man.
wow. I never thought about that. That's crazy.
Very.
Wow. I apologize.
But I will say this. Don't let us three stop you from chasing your dream.
No.
No, I will say this. When Matt first brought it up, I did kind of feel some type of way about it. But the more I looked at the pictures, I'm gonna post a little pictures, LaDonna. Hopefully you ready. You got this one and this one as the areas. You are literally in the fountain / waterfall area of a hotel, of a hotel. So the boating doesn't strike me as hard as if it was like
Right.
on the shores of the Mississippi. Then I feel some type of way. Like they say, let's go do this in Jackson. What?
But it's you know what? It's just
I can't get over this imagery, man. I'm sorry, but like I hear you, Dix, and you make some great points. But the more that you really think about that, man, and like I said, don't listen to us, man. You guys have your own thoughts and your own point of view. We're not here to sway you.
Don't get me wrong. I see both sides, but at the same time, the NFLPA had to stop it, and if they're okay with it, then whatever. I mean, it's the draft. It's still the biggest night of those kids' lives.
Yeah,
they about to be paid in the shade. Shit. If you want to boat me out and sign me to a contract and give me multis of millions to ride on a boat and hopefully not fall off,
I do need a couple $1 million.
I get paid, so
you need a couple $1 million. How about you, Dre? You need a couple mil?
Right. I just thought
you need a couple mil.
No, you know what? I will say this. As much as I would love, but you know what?
I can go make more.
But you know what? I would love to have $1 million in my life, but if it came down to you and y'all, no, not for our prize. Not for our prize. I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Then I went for the team.
No,
you
know why? You know why? Let me explain something to you. As much as I talk about how I'm cheap, as much as I talk about how I love money, I'm not going to sell nobody's soul. Because guess what? When you and Mike come to me and say how I got that money, I have to explain to y'all how I got that money, and it would not be a good feeling. Yeah. It wouldn't be a good feeling. It wouldn't at all. So, yes, I love money. I love how it makes me feel. I love the fact that I have it. But am I willing to sell my soul for it? Absolutely not. I don't give a damn. And I don't give a damn how people feel about this. But those are my two brothers up there. No amount of money would make me sell out to them. It wouldn't. Now, if Demetria come give me about $2 million, then yeah.
Wait a minute, Jesus. Wow, whoa. You started.
Look, it's good for me. Good for y'all. So if Demetria came and she would be like, hey, I'm gonna give you $2 million to take a picture with me, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So yeah. And then as far as
You don't
The
listen
other
to me.
shit. But as far as the other shit, nah, not at all.
How that old porn go? How that old porn movie go? One Night in Paris. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all remember that one? Yeah, that's
Yeah. I would have did it.
what essentially talking about. That's what Dre talking about. One Night in Paris. All right.
Yeah. I see Joe said it's a double-edged sword. I see the problem with the imagery. At the same time, some of these guys wait their whole lives to hear their name called and walk on their stage. I understand that. But at the same time, you gotta have some pride. You gotta have some pride. Me personally, I wouldn't have got on no damn boat. I would have walked the whole way up. And if they couldn't come get me, I'd be like, you know what? You picked me.
Dre,
Make
you
it
could
happen.
always stay home and stay with your family.
Yeah, exactly. Make it happen. Make it happen. Come get me.
That was Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley didn't go to the draft. He actually stayed home with his family. So,
But
you know, they don't make these players. They're not, you know, they're not forcing these players.
the imagery.
Well, hold on. Let Mike finish. Let Mike finish and Dex.
I'm saying like it's not like the NFL. They're not forcing these players to go to it. Like they're.
Hey, Mike, I wasn't laughing at you, bro. I was laughing at Brian. I'm saying right now, between Brian, me and Brian, we're probably the most biggest Demetrius stalkers, and he told me. But go ahead, Mike. I'm gonna let you finish.
Hey man, look. All I'll say, like I said, man, I'ma just say it like this, man. Y'all got my mind all fucked up. Now, I got some images in my head, and I can't get back on board. Hey, he's not forcing these players to go. He's not forcing these players to go on their boat. Go on this boat, man. They are. Damn. Let's go to another subject, man.
No. I'm gonna let. Because I saw Dex put his hood on, so I know he's serious. So Dex, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. What you got to say, man?
Is Mike said it best. None of these players are forced to go. You could be the number one pick in the draft. You don't have to go unless you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The imagery, yes,
Mm-hmm.
to an extent, it's kind of but for some of them, that is going to be the biggest moment of their lives. And you talk about they should have pride. Some of them have waited their whole lives for that moment. And for me, if I would have been able to stay on the path for at high school athletics instead of having a father who was a dipshit, if they talk about, oh, we're going to Vegas and we're gonna do this boat thing in the moat of a hotel for the draft, I have my motherfucking ass on there with bells on, because that's my biggest moment. My family will get to see me get my name called on national TV, and I'm gonna get to get out of a fucking boat, which I do all the time at Six Flags, dap up the commissioner, and go sign a multi-million-dollar contract.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about pride for a few minutes for what anybody's got to think. For me, about to be set for the rest of my life, me and my immediate family. Because I'm gonna have the type of circle around me to where they ain't gonna let me spend all my money. Because I got brothers like Dre who knows how to be frugal with their money and say, "Hey, don't buy that."
Oh, does he? Oh, does he? Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
don't buy that. That's not worth it. You know what, Dre? You right. Let me. That ain't worth it. Let me put that down. God damn, that was a fire ass.
Look. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because you just added to my rant tonight. So we move on to the next subject.
I ain't worried about that.
Oh, wait.
You know what? Can I speak on this? Because I love cornerbacks. I will say this, and I'm gonna let Mike and Dex, I'm gonna let my brothers come in. I'm gonna say this. I think Richard Sherman is the most disrespected cornerback in the league. I really do think he's the most disrespected cornerback in the league. I really do. Because yeah, he doesn't play man to man. Yeah, he doesn't play the best wide receiver in the league. But guess what? The man still makes plays. He still the NFC Championship game when they played. And I think that Darrell Reeves has a small, not small, minuscule. I think he has a small, minuscule of jealousy with Richard Sherman. I really think he does. You know what?
No.
And I see his Twitter. I understand that, and I understand that he posted up the pic of Richard Sherman getting burned. But I remember Richard Sherman getting burned by Randy Moss. I really do. I really do think he did.
Reeves?
Yeah, yeah. Slouch. Yes. This is what I'm saying.
I want to say this just about the cornerback position.
Hold on. Mike, let me finish, and I'm gonna let you go. This is what I'm saying. Richard Sherman has been the most disrespected cornerback in the league, but he still plays at a high level, and he's going to the Super Bowl. And I told everybody, I said, when Richard Sherman hangs it up, he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer because he's played one of the most high profile positions in the league, and he's been good at it, consistent. Because like I told everybody this, and I shared a picture of Richard Sherman when he got cut by the Seahawks. And I said it. If you don't bet on nobody, bet on yourself. Please bet on yourself. Because the only person that's gonna believe in you is you. So I'm gonna say it like this. And y'all can disagree with me. This is why we have Red Cup Rants. I got my brothers here, and they might disagree with me, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. We disagree all the time, but we still brothers in the end. I think Richard Sherman will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he hangs it up. But if he wins the Super Bowl, if the Niners win the Super Bowl, he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, especially if he makes a play in the Super Bowl. Now, Dex, Mike, you know the cornerback position is the hardest position to play. You know that. We talked about it. So, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let y'all have this after this. Shannon Sharp was right. He was very right. I think Darrell Reeves was mad because, unfortunately, he had a bad leg injury, and that put him out the league because we know how we talking about how cornerbacks need their legs to be an effective cornerback. But Richard Sherman still played at a high level. We saw it in the Vikings game. We saw it in the NFC Championship game. So my question to you all is this. Do you think that Darrell Reeves is mad because Richard Sherman is still playing at a high level and he's sitting at home pissed off about it?
I don't. First of all, let me say this real quick, and I'll go transition to that question. I think I've said this over and over again, and I battle anybody that goes when I talk about cornerback.
Because Mike, look at we all looked at the stats.
That's what I'm going.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going there.
That's what I'm saying. Darrell Reeves has better stats than Sherman, but Sherman's still playing at a very high level. He is. You can't take that from him.
I'm getting there. I know where you're going. I don't look at stats when we're talking about corners. For me, there's three style of corners. Okay, there's a corner who played in cover 3, which is Richard Sherman. There are man-to-man corners like Darrell Reeves, and there are cover 2 corners. Peanut Tillman was one of the greatest cover 2 corners I've ever seen. Okay, physical. This guy was a turnover machine. I probably don't even know who the hell Peanut Tillman is, but look him up. Ronde Barber, another cover two corner.
We know about
Ronde Barber is another cover
Look
two
him up.
corner. One of the best cover two corners I've ever seen. But this is why I don't go back and forth with different style of corners. And I tell people all the time, like, stop comparing Desmond Trufant to Deion Sanders. Stop comparing, cornerbacks to cornerbacks, because there are three styles of cornerbacks, what I just said. Man corners, cover two corners, and cover three corners. If you look at Richard Sherman, as far as cover three style corners, Richard Sherman is probably one of the best cover three corners there ever was. When you look at Darrelle Revis could play any and every style. That's what made him best. If you want to say compare him to a Deion Sanders, that's a better argument. Do not compare two different styles. It's like trying to compare Matt Ryan to Michael Vick. They're completely different style corners. So I always get angry when people compare different style quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan, completely two different style. Tom Brady's a completely different style of quarterback. So when you look at corners and players, look at the scheme. Look at the scheme and how they're being used. And Richard Sherman, for what he's asked to do, he is one of the best corners in the league for what he is asked to do. All right. And that's why I say I don't look at stats. I look at the type of scheme that he is.
And Mike, I want to say this. I know Dex is ready to fire, but I want to say this. I'm glad you said it, because everybody talks about how Darrelle Revis covered the best corner in the league, shadow to shadow. But this is the one thing that you said that stuck out to me. It goes to coaching. It goes to coaching because it don't matter if I want to have that guy man to man. My coach said, "Yo, dog, we gonna play this defense, and I need you to do this."
Can you do that?
You
Did you do your job the best of your ability? And that's why I say you can't say that Richard Sherman isn't a great corner, because he's done what he's asked to do very well.
What he's done, and the people that said that Richard Sherman is not great, y'all can go to hell. Not go to hell. Man,
I always say that. That's why I always say stop comparing different style corners and different style.
And I told everybody, I said, y'all mad at Richard Sherman for playing one side, but y'all not mad at Deion for playing one side.
Oh, Deion!
I watched a lot of Falcons. And I watched a lot of Falcons games, and Deion played one side. So Dex,
Yeah.
I know you ready to fire off, dog. So come with it, bro. Come on, man.
Well, when it comes to this beef, first of all, it's bupkis. Don't let this shit gas you up.
Yeah.
When you compare corners, since that's what y'all trying to force us to do. Believe it or not, Richard Sherman is the better corner. There's things on Richard Sherman's resume that Darrelle Revis will never have. Yes. Oh my God, Revis Island was feared. But there are guys who got off Revis Island. Quarterbacks rarely throw to any side that Richard Sherman is on, which makes the rest of the defense that much better, because the majority of the play was going to go to the right where Sherman was. But he's there, so we're going to push everything to the other side. That just threw my whole game plan off. We don't want to do that. Not to mention the fact that there's this thing called playoff stats. Compare those. Get back to me. Who's got the better playoff stats?
That don't even matter, because some people just won't try you because the other corner freaking sucks. So that's why I say I hate looking at stats when it pertains to cornerback.
I know you hate looking at stats, but for the debate, that's how it goes, because they arguing with each other on Twitter, and that's
the only way it makes sense. That's the only way it makes sense.
He's sitting at home. That's his problem. It's not Richard Sherman's fault that Darrelle Revis is sitting at home on his ass because he can't play. That's like somebody getting mad at me because there was a car accident outside my apartment complex. I didn't tell that motherfucker to run a stop sign.
I mean, I don't think to be honest, I don't think anything Darrell Reeves said was wrong. It just seems as though, it's the circumstances. He's playing and Reeves isn't playing. And like I said, sometimes people is doing something and harm is fun. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like they're being.
The truth of the situation is they both bet on themselves at one time in their career, and one worked out and the other didn't.
I can't say that Reeves Ivan didn't work. I can't say that it didn't work.
Which one's got the ring?
Again, that has shit to do. That has nothing to do with.
It's got a lot to do with it.
No,
When
it
you
don't.
put them pads on,
It doesn't.
let's try to get that ring at the end.
If your offense is scoring points, it doesn't matter how good your defense playing.
Well, you know what? No, it does. It does.
Because if you don't stop them,
you know what?
What happened to our people? We couldn't stop them.
Let me explain something. Dex, we talked about how we would be as defensive coordinators, right?
Yep.
Talk about it. Rex Ryan. Yeah, Rex Ryan ran a more hardcore defense with the Red Reeves. Because I read it. I read it on my research because I'm trying to expand this network because I was trying to be smart because I was with you. But I will say this. I said this. Rex Ryan said he didn't care what the offense ran. I'm gonna run my defense, but I need Darrell Reeves to be on the number one cornerback. Now, let's go to San Francisco. We all know about Kyle Shanahan and his fuck shit system. But he had enough to say that this guy, who I think is a very good defensive coordinator, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna run my defense my way. I just need Richard Sherman to be the peak athlete that he is, and he was. And I tell everybody this all the time. It doesn't matter what you have as a cornerback, a position. It don't even have to be a cornerback. It doesn't matter what you have as a position player, what you have as a complete player. What you say, Mike? It all comes down to coaching. It all comes down to coaching.
Everything
It all comes down to coaching. So I can feel that I'm a shutdown cornerback, but if my coach feels that I want to play, if he wants to play a certain position, so be it. So be it. I'll play that certain position. So
ask Devontae KZ about that.
Yeah.
No. Demonte KZ fucked up because he was trying to be a cornerback when he felt that he could.
And the coach said, "You're gonna play a different position. What you gonna do? Play the position coach tell you?"
Because you know why? You know why? You know what? This is what I'm saying. We all know Demonte. All of us, me, you, and Mike. We knew that Demonte KZ was better as being a safety. The Niners knew that Richard Sherman was going to be good as a cornerback. And also, you have to look at how your defensive coach calls the formation. Come on, Dex. Come on, Dex. You know how he was in high school. You know how it was.
I call this defense. You supposed to be over there. Don't be there.
Yeah. So I mean, come on. So
be where you supposed to be. So when you get there, you ain't got to get there.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not surprising to me. It's just surprising to me how it happened. No, because you got two prideful men that played a very glorified position. They're going to talk shit about each other. Because trust me.
And that's why I don't think any of those guys are wrong.
It happened.
I don't think any of those guys are wrong.
Because trust me. If Mike was the number one cornerback and I was the number two cornerback and I see him get burned, I'm gonna talk shit.
Oh, you gonna talk? Oh, you definitely gonna talk. You definitely gonna talk.
Yeah. So I mean, these are two of the men that we say, besides Dion, who said they are the best at their position. So I think, to me, I think Shannon Sharp said it best. I think that Darrell Reeves got jealous because Richard Sherman is still playing at a high level, and his team's going to the Super Bowl, and he made plays.
Mhm.
I think that's why. I really do. I
I
think
mean,
that.
the Real Reeves won the championship too. So like I said, I don't think it's necessarily like he's jealous. I just think dude is just competitive, man, and just talking crap.
I understand that. I understand that.
Just look deep.
But Mike, you gotta look at it like this though. Darrell Reeves hasn't played football in about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's like I can't say that's like that doesn't mean
you know what? And I understand that. But it's just the fact of the matter is Richard Sherman came in after Darrell Reeves and still producing at a high level.
Right.
You can't take that.
But as much as you want to say it's not, that's jealousy because
it is jealousy.
I'm still playing, you watching me, you waited till right now to say something. And the fact that Richard Sherman is very prideful because he's always been underrated. He's always been talked about. He's always been badmouthed. So this man going to defend himself. This is
all I'm saying is this.
He's been talking. He's been doing this. Like I don't think it's jealousy, man. Like I said, I truly don't think it's jealousy because
what do you call it? Because that's not competitive.
No, it's like this.
He's been going.
But you know what? You got to look at it like this. All I'm saying is, you know what? I'm just being honest here. Darrell Reeves was picked in the first round. Matter of fact, I went and did research before, so I don't want to sound stupid. Darrell Reeves was picked number 1 in the first round. Richard Sherman was picked in the 5th, 6th round. So I know how Reeves feels, but at the same time, if I got a guy that's starting from the bottom and is making his way up to be an elite level, I would applaud him, but I just think that Reeves took it. You know what? I just think Reeves.
That's being jealous because, like you said, you've been out of football 3 years. 3 years.
I just look at it like,
to say something. That's not competitiveness. That's jealousy.
Well, you know what?
In Miami, you sitting on your couch.
You know what?
I completely different. Disagree with that.
You know what? I just look at it. Hold on. I just look at it like the fact of the matter is that Reeves is mad because he's out the league and Sherman, who was
I just like, look, man, that competitiveness never leaves you, bro. And like I said,
whoa.
Let me fucking talk. Let me fucking
breaking news. Jay Gruden has been hired by the Jags for the offensive coordinator position. What the fuck?
Man, nobody cares about no fucking Jaguars, man. We talking about
don't change, man.
They don't damn matter. Well, they ain't going no damn where. Where the hell they going?
Anyway, all I said was that I think
people said they didn't make it to the AFC title game and they did it. So
right, what's the next subject, man? What's the next subject?
Well, I read about this story earlier. I hold on.
Oh my God! You just had. Let's talk about Jaguars, man. I'm not doing this.
Then don't. But for the people who do care,
God, really. I ain't doing it either.
For the people,
I ain't doing it either.
Right. But for the people who do care, Antonio Brown, that one, the troublemaker, and his trainer have been accused of committing battery. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Legal term. I'm too tired for this shit right now. Committing battery against a truck driver on his property. The trainer has pretty much taking the fall for him. He's been arrested and contributing to the bad behavior. The motherfucker is not off the hook yet. He's still a suspect. What's probably going to happen to him is like what me and LaDonna were talking about earlier is they're probably going to put him out their housing complex because the HOA can come down on him. This shit is not over. Mike, you can shake your head and roll your eyes all you want to. It's still a sports topic. It's still breaking news, and it needs to be covered because it's part of sports life. You don't have to like every topic, but we're gonna cover it. Yeah.
Hold on.
Ocho Cinco said he was gonna try out for the XFL to be a kicker. He skipped the tryout, so that kind of dead that in the water. He could probably walk on as a receiver or whatever the fuck he wants to do. It's just Ocho Cinco being Ocho.
Oh my God! It's just, wow! What? Oh my Jesus! Like, what the hell do you start with this? Like, what's the point of even? You skipped it.
Ocho Cinco lately has been kind of just making fun of himself and other people. He's just a comedian kind of role right now. Hell, he's been on TV shows talking about I'll draw you masterpiece paintings where it's just stick figures and he autographs them. It's Ocho. This is what he does. He went from abusing women years ago to being comic relief.
Oh my God! I just don't. I don't understand the point of doing that. Like, you or Chad Johnson, like you're. Oh my God! Some of these wide receivers, I don't know if they got CTE or they just.
I think
like,
Ocho did it for shock. It kind of put the spotlight on the XFL, so it actually would have helped them because it's another football league, football all year. Why the fuck not?
Yeah. I see. I
was earlier, any publicity is good publicity. Why the fuck not?
I guess. But like Chad Johnson is really like I just can't. I don't understand why he's like. Why would you lower yourself to doing things like that? But like you said, man, some people just feel the need to just be in the spotlight, and maybe this is his way of being in the freaking spotlight and just.
I will tell you this. I would rather Ocho be in the spotlight for doing this than to see a black man with mental issues continue to spiral.
Yeah, that.
And
see that, man.
I have my own issues. Dre has his own issues. But I can't even support the man. I can't condone nothing he does. I can't support nothing his circle does because every incident is getting worse and worse and worse. Yes, at first they were in private. You might have been doing shit against people, but it was in private. Your kids were around. Now you involving your kids, your baby mama, and the last two incidents involved the police. You trying to get your ass shot. That's Hollywood, fucking Florida. They will body your ass and think nothing else about it. You signing your own death warrant. Sit the fuck down somewhere. Who in your circle is smart enough to grab you by the back of your neck like you're a fucking puppy and sit you down? Rub your nose in a pee and smack you on it. Stop. Stop before you're dead.
Man, what I miss?
Oh man! Oh wow! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Red Cup Rants, man.
LaDonna,
we all sipping a little something today, man. I told you guys you're gonna have a fucking treat.
Darling. You're my bestest friend of all time.
Go ahead. If you guys, before we get started on the topic, man, if you guys are on Facebook, check out Strictly Prohibited Network on Facebook. Go like the page as well as on YouTube, Strictly Prohibited Network on YouTube. All right, check those out.
All right. With that being said, it's time for one of my favorite times of year, baseball. We're gonna start off by talking about the Green Sling Demon, who pretty much single-handedly killed my Braves.
Oh man,
fucking brave. We lost Josh Donaldson. Cool. We just got another outfielder. Our outfield is now deadly as fuck.
Oh, 18 mil. Dang, 18? I didn't know it was 18. Wow.
Year, 18 mil, and they said they're going to use Ozuna and Acuna in the everyday lineup. Our lineup will be Acuna leading off. Ozzy at the 2, number 5 at the 3, the Green Sleeve Bandit at 4. Yeah. The Arnold at 5. Jesus, stop me when I get tired because we got Swanson at 6. We could do this all day. Ender at 7. Come get me. That's 1 through 8 is a problem. Now, there's no free out when you face the Braves. Period. You give up, you throw a bad pitch against these Braves, that ball will go over that wall. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, I don't see how.
They run Camargo at third base. And didn't we just re-sign Hechavarria? He can play third if we need him to. Don't underestimate these Braves. And we got King Felix in the on a minor league deal, who might be our fifth starter. We got guns down here, boys. Atlanta will do what they need to do. Edgelon, you shut the hell up. We ain't gonna choke in the playoffs. You know, I do see you with the crap. Don't make me come get you. That being said, LaDonna, what do you have for me? Thank you. Oh, so we have a bunch of nominees. Screw them guys. They didn't make it. 2 guys did. Those 2. I'm happy to see Larry get in on his last try. The famous Rockies getting in, Larry Walker. And Derek Jeter got in. And he was one vote short from being unanimous.
Good. He didn't deserve that.
He was unanimous. I didn't care if he didn't. If he got it, cool. If he didn't, cool. Yeah. My brothers, especially my big bro Dre, would have had some issues if Jeter would have been unanimous, but I didn't care for a couple of reasons. One, he played the game. He played it the right way. No scandals, no problems, no nothing. You rarely ever heard about him do anything but play baseball. Nothing in the news. He played in the biggest market. He just did his job, and he did it.
I'll say it like this: if he would have had over Chipper and Griffey, we would have had a big.
He did have over Chipper and Griffey's numbers. He was one vote short from unanimous. Neither one of them got that close. 99.7% of the vote.
I can say this to everybody out there: if Griffey wouldn't have gotten hurt, would he be the greatest player of all time?
What the hell?
I think so. I personally think
so.
Matter
of fact, if anybody wants to disagree, hit me up on my inbox. I could talk all night. I got time.
It was nothing Griffey couldn't do. Griffey was almost like a perfect, but he was literally a perfect player.
I will say this: if Ken Griffey Jr. would have never got hurt,
he'd be the greatest player of all time.
No, not only that. If Ken Griffey Jr. would have never got hurt, Alex Rodriguez would have never been Alex Rodriguez.
You got that damn right.
Another thing you would also another effect of that would be that Sammy Sosa wouldn't have been Sammy Sosa.
Well, you know what? Sammy Sosa, the reason why he got famous is because of Mark McGwire. That's summer '98. You know what? But you know what?
Ken Griffey Jr. was not hurt. Neither one of them was in that position.
But you know what?
That swing was fluid. It was natural. It was crisp. It was clean.
But you know what? It was that summer '98. We all watched it.
Of course, we all watched it. I mean, the Braves were still in there. The Braves were all still in there. We still had Chipper. We still had Chipper.
I got cups. Look, I got cups in my I got cups in my cabinet right now that talks about that magical summer of '98. We was all intrigued. It was like watching Steph Curry get the unanimous MVP in the NBA. We all watched that shit. We did. We all watched it.
I mean,
because we was all trying to figure out who was going to win. As much as I despise Mark McGwire, as much as I despise Sammy Sosa, we still watch that shit.
As someone who said, and I need y'all to stick with me for this. I played baseball in high school, right field. Baseball was my first love because of my grandfather. as somebody who watched the summer of '98, that actually was the greatest thing that happened to baseball. You know, before Sammy Sosa turned himself into a white woman.
And Mark McGuire
I'll
cheated.
let y'all think about that for a second. It probably went over your head. That
You know what? It was just like Mark McGuire cheated. So I mean,
yes, they both cheated, but that summer put eyes on baseball, and it kept eyes on baseball for almost 6 months. What did Sammy do? Did Mark match it? Mark took the lead. Did Sammy catch him? Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Without them two, Barry Bonds catching Henry Aaron would not have been as interesting.
it was kind of like Larry and Magic Johnson was trying to recreate the NBA. Yeah,
Because at the end of the day,
you gotta look at it like this. You need that.
But neither
You
one.
need that one moment. You need that one moment to capture even the casual fans. Like I love the Braves, and I was watching them, but that the summer of '98,
we haven't had a Chip and Jones moment. We haven't had a Chip and Jones moment or season in a long time.
But at the same time, that Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire summer of '98, I was like, who's going to hit the next home run? I was
because
honestly, to you guys, you may have. When was the last home run chase we had ever? Besides that, I mean, I know we had Lou Gehrig, but when was the last us growing up? Well, we would go home and we would turn our TVs on because we will see a player going a one-upmanship on live TV. When was the last time we seen that?
When was the last time? I hate to say it, but Bonds catching. No.
But see, Bonds was by himself. I'm talking about how
you talking about
players. I think two players before the scandal and all that. Two players at that position who was knocking the balls out the park. When was the last time we seen that?
The only thing I remember, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only thing I remember that was great for the game was the quest for 400 with Tony Gwynn. I believe it was Todd Hilton.
Yeah, right. Mike.
Oh, 400. Ted Williams record. You remember Tony Gwynn?
Mike. You're talking about us hardcore fans. I'm talking about
and that's what I'm saying. Like baseball hasn't had that. That was
right.
Like
but this is what I'm talking about.
I remember.
But this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about is just the fact of the matter is that we're talking about players that even though they were steroid up as kids, what was the greatest thing we saw in baseball? The home run.
That's it.
The home run. So
for me, I grew up a Rays fan, so it was always the strikeout.
Yeah, but that's you're going into my trap. I'm trying to tell you, what was the greatest thing in baseball to us kids? Not now, because we're older. But what about now? Well, I mean, I'm talking about when we was younger. What was the thing we was looking about?
Everybody wanted home runs.
Which one can hit the home run? Sammy Sosa or Mark McGuire? That was the convo. That was the conversation. Trust me. I went to high school, a predominantly black high school. And you know what the topic of the conversation was? Who can hit the most home runs?
We had all the home run derbies.
Right, like this was the home run derby. Look, McDonald's. That's why I say I gotta give a shout out to McDonald's. As much as I hate eating there, they capitalize on that shit because I still have the cups. Okay, I still have the cup. The only thing I have to say is the fact of the matter is that as much as people discredit what they did, you can't deny the feeling they gave us in '98. That was a magical year. Like, you know what? As much as I watched the Braves win the World Series, that really put me into baseball. That really put me.
You know what the thing is? The only reason why that was an issue, why it is an issue, is that the federal government didn't get their money out of it. If baseball would have just gotten there, gave the federal government a piece of the action, you would have never heard about this. You would have never heard about this. The fact of the matter, like I said, man, anytime Uncle Sam doesn't get his piece or the IRS doesn't get his piece about it, oh, they gonna move. They gonna make your life
Like, it's just the fact of the matter is that, come on, dog. All three of us, you knew where you was when Mark McGwire hit 70 home runs. You knew where you was. You know where you was.
Oh yes, I was sitting right in front of the TV. Okay.
Well,
I mean, you know what? And I'm gonna let Dex. I'm gonna let you continue on, but I'm just having the kid moment here. Don't mind me. I'm having the kid moment here.
I appreciate y'all appeasing this old baseball guy's fancy for a little bit, but we need to slide onto a sport that we
Go ahead.
We're going to the hardwood, to a court. We're gonna talk about some stuff that, well, we need to talk about more often because
you know what? I can't
your fucking favorite sport. So get your ass on this motherfucking court, boy.
Nah, you know what?
Nah.
You know what? I'm all about players taking care of themselves, so I'm happy he's ready. But at the same time, I understand. So that's my whole.
I mean, Zion. I know he's excited. I mean, I've been laughing at him for the last couple of days because he done fell asleep for 2 games in a row. It was kind of funny. But other than that, you know, I want to see what the kid is going to do. But he's debuting against the Spurs, so oof.
You know what? I'll say this.
We have finally ventured into a topic where I've been waiting for us to get into for a long time. We already have a question, and I need some answers. There we go, fellas.
I have an NBA question. Which team do the following guys finish their careers? Giannis, Booker, Trae Young, Zion, and Westbrook. Maybe a question another day if you think about it.
I can answer those questions for you. Giannis, I do believe that the Bucks are going to roll out whatever they need to and whatever amount of money he asks for to keep him where he is. Devin Booker is going to end up out of Phoenix. He will probably end up in a bigger market and with a team who will build around what he needs. I can even see him in Orlando with Mo Bamba. That would be a hell of a combo with something like an Aaron Gordon to feed and things of that nature. That's just me. Trae Young loves Atlanta. Atlanta loves Trae Young. I don't see us getting rid of him. I see us building around him. He's going to be our cornerstone for a long, long time. Kevin Durant. I hate to say it. I don't care. He got his rings. He doesn't know what he want to do. I can see him probably trying to go back to OKC, pulling a LeBron, trying to make amends before he goes away. Zion. He won't stay in New Orleans. New Orleans food is a bad idea for Zion. It's going to end up getting him all kind of out of shape and things, especially after that knee surgery. So
okay, hold on. Brazilian X Skills said that, in your opinion, was the Luka trade worth it? Absolutely.
Yes.
Because we got a pretty good player in trade, so absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it was worth
the Luka trade was worth it for 2 reasons. We got our franchise point guard for now and the future, and the return for was also Cam Reddish.
Now, exactly. And on top of that, it's just the fact of the matter is if Trey was trash, I say no. But what you're not going to do is disrespect Trey and what he's done for the Hawks. He's not celebratory because the Mavericks are doing good, but what you're not going to do is disrespect Trey. and what he's done
I
for
know.
the Hawks. Man,
Bro,
man,
bro, I don't
look.
think he was disrespecting Trey. I think he was just he was asking.
No.
No. I just said the fact of the matter is that whenever Luka has a good game, they always come back and be like, "Well, the Hawks should have kept Luka." Man, fuck. Do you see what Trey did?
I've been getting a lot of stupid questions.
We're gonna hear that for the rest of Trey's career. Every time Luka has a triple double, every time the Mavs win, anytime Luka has a highlight, I mean, Trey Young has more 40-point, 10-assist games than Steph Curry's had in his career in 2 years.
You know what it is. You know what it is. The public. Hold on.
Even for what they do.
Hey, Mike, your troll that said Luka was better, he doesn't watch Hawks basketball. So tell him that. All right.
I mean, people are saying Luka is better, but they also have to understand what type of player Trey Young is. Trey Young has already said it many a time. He does not want to be the primary scorer. He's a facilitator. He likes to pass.
But
his favorite stat on the stat sheet is assists. It's not points. It ain't rebounds.
What we talked about. Parallels, right? Parallels.
Trey Young has Steph Curry range and Steve Young dime ability.
So you know what? We're gonna talk about another guy who's my favorite player. We're gonna talk about how Dame dropped 61 last night and nobody talked about it.
Well, we were gonna talk about it. I mean, that's why it's on our list.
Nobody's talking about Dame. They all too busy hanging from LeBron nuts. That's why.
Well, another reason why people don't talk about Dame is Portland, and that team seems to be undergoing a kind of slick roster change because they just made a big trade. Whereas, as much as I loved me some Kent Bazemore, he's now no longer in Portland. He's in Sacramento. So that's part of the problem with Portland. I mean, they get pieces and then they move them. Edgelon, that's part of the problem. You're worried about Luka being in the MVP conversation, yet the Hawks are. Trey will never be into the MVP conversation because.
But you know what? Edgelon, let me talk to you for a minute. I'm gonna say it like this. Luka is a great player, but guess what? He has players that are solid. He has players that are solid. KP is solid. Steph Curry, solid. Come on, man. I know you're smart on that.
You have to look at.
You know what? Adrian, come talk to me. Tag me in your post and we could talk offline. We could talk.
The reason why people don't look at Trey like they need to is because the collective parts around the two players, Luka and Trey, are vastly different. Trey Young does not have pieces that are ready yet. We have a bunch of players besides John Collins starting. Luka has veterans, proven veterans on his team. Trey Young's a guard. Luka is a shooting guard. Y'all, you're killing me. Neither player is better than the other. They don't even play the same positions. You can't compare them.
Wow.
You know what you're talking about.
Hold on,
Mike. I'm gonna let you finish, but you know what it is. Great white height. They have a point to prove they're better than us. Well, moving on, Mike. Go ahead. I just had to say that they felt they better.
Let me address this, man.
To not make Trey a Dame. We want chips. Well, I'll address that in a minute. Back to this Dame Young, this Dame thing.
I think that Dame Lillard is probably.
I'm sick and tired. Look.
Hold on. I think that Dame Lillard is one of the most underrated players in the game, and the only reason why he doesn't get the recognition that he gets is because he plays for Portland. If he was playing for somebody like the Lakers or the Heat or Oklahoma City or Houston, we'd hear about him a lot more. We would. Matter of fact, even the Knicks, as sorry as they are, come on.
Okay.
It's because he plays
Dame
support.
Lillard is indeed one of the most underrated players in basketball. Not just underrated point guard / two guards in basketball. The market he's in is hurting his career. Dame Lillard on any other team, Jesus. He had his coming out party last playoffs when he sent OKC home with that evil shot and to send him home. Dame, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just sorry.
I'll just say this, man. Dame is a great player, but until recently, quite recently, last year, Dame has been notorious for choking, and
Yeah.
that's like he's always been a scorer. He's always been talented, but when the lights come on, when you need to play your best, Dame has always choked in those situations, and not necessarily all his fault. Not necessarily all his fault because he doesn't have the type of players that he needs to be successful as a team. But when it comes down to it, he and what's the guy name? Dang, what you know what I'm talking about? The shooting guard. Those guys are always
bad.
They've always shot bad. I'm just at a blank right now, but they've always shot bad at the exact same time. It's bad luck because those guys, when they're on, they're on. When one player is on, the other player seems to be off. Those guys never play together at the same time. You never see like Golden State. You know, you got KD, Clay, and Curry, all those guys cooking at the same time. It was in the complete opposite with Portland. I think that's one of the reasons why. CJ McCollum. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Those guys
because up until last year, that shot, no one really talked about the Blazers. No one talked about Dame because Dame would always get sent home first round.
Right.
The other problem that Dame has in his career is just that other teams were better. I mean, let's be real. Dame dropped 61 and 10 boards last night. It took all of that and overtime to beat the Warriors.
Without Clay, Curry, and Durant. Just think about that for a second.
No
take the time to think about that.
No Draymond, no Steph, no Clay, nothing.
You did that with the Warriors, bro. You did that with the Warriors. That's not necessarily an accomplishment for me. And I like Dame. Like I said, I think he's one of the most underrated players. But you'll get cool points for dropping 61 against Curry, Clay, less Warriors.
Right.
Come on.
But LaDonna, what you got for us? Well, the Morris brothers might be on the
That's not an injury list. That don't look like play. That's a trade list. That's like an injury list to me.
Apparently that's the trade block.
Wow.
Well, this is my first time hearing about it, so
I got this. You know what? As far as Derrick Rose, man, I just don't want another issue with Derrick Rose, man. Derrick Rose is actually playing amazing basketball right now. It's like he I saw him play against the Hawks, and like Derrick Rose he just looks like the old Derrick Rose out the athleticism. He's hitting threes, jumpers, he's driving to the lane. Like Derrick Rose looked like I said, he looked like a much younger, a much healthier player. But the thing is with him, I just hope he doesn't catch another bad break. Go to a contender. Go to a contender. Maybe I doubt he'll go to the Lakers. He could possibly find a role in LA on the Clippers. And I could see maybe the Spurs making a move here or there. But for the most part, man, I just don't. I just hope the best for Derrick Rose. As far as Marquise and Marcus Morris, like take their ass down to the G League and do whatever the hell those guys are a waste of energy for me. They're too much. It's like these guys try so hard to be Dennis Rodman, and you're not Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to be clowns on the basketball court and trying to be bullies on the basketball court when you the softest dude on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like those dudes annoy the living crap out of me. So if you want clowns, pick up those Morris boys. Andre Iguodala deserves to be. Iguodala retire. He needs to retire. He's won championship. What more do you need? All right. I know you still love the game, but Iggy.
Detroit is blowing it up because Derrick Rose is in Detroit. Andre Drummond is in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to.
I heard the Hawks was trying to get Drummond.
We're not. We backed out of that. They want too much for an expiring contract and no guarantee he's going to resign.
Yeah. So they'll probably pursue it.
We're interested in Steven Adams, but we ain't gonna get Steven Adams when OKC is in the playoff push. So this year might be a wash because we lost our big man for 25 games. We don't have a legit center, so John Collins plays center when he's a power forward.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like the Hawks when Coach Bud was here when we had a power forward playing center.
Well, we would have a center if Alex Lane was worth a damn. If he could actually box someone out, I mean, they would have a center, but he can't put a body on this little long ass 7-foot frame of his.
Kevin Love, I believe is his best days are behind him. He could be a good role player coming off the bench or something. He's not first string no more to me. His time in Cleveland messed him up. But anywho, thank you. Oh, I didn't think we were going to talk about this just yet, but I'm ready. Okay.
That was part of my rant. So.
Delonte West was on the highway in a fight. And apparently it was a drug addict fight. To see his descent from NBA stardom to apparently homeless and strung out is a rough watch. As a veteran, it's hard for me because I've been homeless a couple times and I was almost strung out on some shit. So that could have been me. The officer that was an officer that was called out into the scene was actually arrested, or I'm sorry, suspended, because instead of helping break up the fight, he recorded the fucking fight. Yeah, Dre, I can see the face you're making. Yeah, he recorded the fight instead of doing his job. Because, it's a former NBA star. I can make money off this.
Mike, you want to go or you want me to go?
So for me, it's
since I have a different rant.
Let Mike go. Yeah, I'll follow suit.
It's I don't really have words. It's rough. So Mike, whatever you got, let's do it. I'm gonna go look at the Mozart picture.
Man, you know what? This is the society that we live in, man. This is one of the reasons why I said what I said on my personal page about a certain person who I won't go into it with, is that we live in a society where we're comfortable perpetuating a certain image as pertaining to the black community and citizens. We always want to see each other down and at their worst. We don't hear the success stories about, being the first black man, you know, be a doctor. We never hear the stories about, kids on the news having 4.0s going on to, Harvard, these type of schools being accepted into 300-400, colleges and things of that. Like we never hear these types of stories. But as soon as the motherfucker is cracked out, soon as the motherfucker is doped out, he's losing his mind, he's cussing, he's shooting 5-10 people. That shit is all over the goddamn news, okay? That shit is all over the fucking news. And I hate it. It makes black people look absolutely like clowns. Like we're the fucking black faces. You know what I'm saying? And that punk pussy ass cop, whoever did that, you deserve to be suspended. You using this man is sick. And instead of doing your duty as a cop to withhold the law and make sure the citizens of this nation are safe, you put more eyes on this man. You made him look like a fool. Even worse. Like this man, if let's just say he's already mentally fragile. If that man sees himself all over the TV, all over the radio, and people talking about him, oh my God, what happened? You know how it is. Like, what happened to Dre, man? Dre look bad. What happened to Mike? What's going on with Mike? People clown you, and it makes you want to make people pile on, bully you, go on to Instagram and your personal page, and people message you with all these memes and shit. And it puts you in a fragile state of mind. And dude is already ill as it is. But you do things like that, man, to just clown a man that obviously needs help. And I didn't want to get to this. This is the reason why I didn't want to go to AB, man, because it's nothing good is going to come of that AB situation. And that's the reason why I didn't want to respond. But since the Delonte West, situation, I had to speak on it because, like I said, we got too many. Everybody wants to hear the negative story. Nobody wants to hear what's good is going on in this world. Everybody wants to beat up each other, laugh at each other, share memes on Facebook, Twitter, and all this type of shit, and just laugh at people. But that man need help, and instead of that punk ass cop actually helping this dude, he could have sent that man to a damn hospital, a mental hospital or something. He could have got that man some type of help some way, but he recorded the man getting his ass whipped. And he put it all over the fucking internet. Fuck you for that.
Well, with that being said, do we got anything else to talk about before we go into our rants?
Yeah, James Harden built a brick house.
I ain't got nothing to say about that. I knew he was overrated, so I don't have nothing to say. But Mike and Dex, you want to talk about it? I already knew he was overrated and trash. So,
Man, fuck James Harden, man. 1 for 7. Like, come on, bro.
No, Mike. Now 1 for 17.
1 for 17.
Not 1 for 7.
Wow.
1 for 17.
Damn, so I got it wrong. So he had about 25 free throws, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He had 29 points on 9 of 29, and he didn't hit that many free throws. So, yeah.
For me, I've never really been I was a Harden fan when he was in OKC. When he got to Houston, I kind of stopped being a fan because he became the second most protected player in basketball. If you're near him, they call a foul.
Yeah, that's
Him going 1 for 17 for 3 in a game tells me two things. One, he's jacking up way too many shots. And two, he had an off night. I've seen players have off nights, really bad off nights, but it's also an indication of where the game is now. There's no mid-range game. If you went 1 for 17 for 3, why not step into the key, drill some mid-range shots, see your shot go in, so you can actually get. You know what?
It's not NBA. You know how the NBA is. You know how the NBA is.
I'm old school, so it is
More about exactly. It's more about the mid-range jumper is done. It's more about how. And I want to say this because I love Trae Young, I love Steph Curry, but they kind of ruined it for
they
me.
actually shoot mid-range jumpers, but nobody pays attention to them when they shoot mid-range jumpers.
Trae shoots a mid. Trae has a nice mid-range bunny. So does Steph. They shoot their mid.
But see, it's not that they like it. It's not that they use it. It's us fans. It's us fans that want to see the long range threes. Because think about it. When was the last time we got excited about a mid-range jumper, vice a long-range 3 or a dunk to win the game? When was the last time? Not just us, but as far as like the whole like society in general.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time I got excited for a mid-range player?
No, not a mid-range player, a mid-range jumper.
Any mid-range jumper.
Any mid-range jumper. Vice of a three-pointer or a slam dunk.
Me personally,
some of Trae Young's game winners have been mid-range jumpers.
Yeah,
but see, the thing about it is
been game winners. Those some we got some players who still got some.
No, it's not that. It's just the fact that we're Hawks fans and we're cool with that. But I'm talking about as far as a casual player. Like I wake up, I stretch, it's 8 o'clock, get sleep out my eye. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh shit, dude, dunk to win the game, or Steph Curry hit a 3 to win the game. I'm talking about hardcore fans. Like, let me scroll down and see what Trae Young did to win the game for us.
I checked those things. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, when was the last time that's happened for anything?
For me, every day.
We work for the Hawks, though, so shut up.
I have a flag.
I see what Dre is saying.
It's just like the fact of the matter is that my mom wasn't a basketball fan, but if I could show her a Michael Jordan highlight, she'd be like, "Oh, yeah."
Mm-hmm.
But if I show her a Kawhi Leonard or if I show her a Trae Young highlight, she'd be like, "And so."
But Kawhi is a mid-range jumper that I got excited about. Watching that bounce was nice.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing with me. Like that's why I love Kevin Durant as a scorer, because this dude, he cares more about scoring in the mid-range. Right. Yeah, he cares more about the mid-range jumper than he shoots three-pointer. And that's the thing that people don't know about KD. KD would much rather shoot the mid-range jumper. Kawhi is another player that cares more about the mid-range jumper than he actually does the three-pointer. So those guys have to actually be in a rhythm or actually feel good to pull up from three. Kawhi just doesn't shoot threes. Kawhi first mentality is to get to that mid-range jump shot. And he learned, both of those guys learned from the great Kobe Bryant, all right? Both of those guys learned from them. They talk, That and they stuck with that, and that's the for the thing that really bothers me also with the NBA is not only the handshake rules, but you're drafting. And again, I'm this is not a shot at Trey at all because Trey transcends these guards in the NBA currently. They don't even think about fucking passing the ball. Passing the ball, what? I ain't
Mhm.
passing the fuck. I finna shoot this bitch from 30 feet. Fuck, you ain't passing. No, they not about to pass shit. Jay Morant, I know Morant is balling, but that dude ain't finna pass a damn thing, okay? He gonna shoot that motherfucker. And that's the same thing that goes for Russ. That's the same thing that goes for Harden. That's the same thing that goes for Dame at times. McCollum, those guys want to shoot. And that's the issue. Guys like Trey Young, these true point guards who really can play guard, they don't. They have no place. They like these true point guards in the NBA very seldom have a place in this game because they want those guys to be able to shoot the ball. True point guards in the NBA are pretty much dead.
Okay.
It's
So,
true.
Donna, is there anything else, or is it that time of night?
Oh yeah, whoa, it's at 150,
Oh shit!
and we
It's that
yeah,
time of night.
yeah. So who wants to go? Who wants to go first?
I want to. Let me go first, man, because I want to. Yeah, if I hope you motherfuckers are watching right now.
Oh shit, hey
I hope
Dex,
you're
Dex,
watching. I hope you're
hold on,
watching.
hold on. Dex, you got some Kool-Aid, man. We're gonna be here for a minute, man. I want to give you some.
It's not gonna be. Hold up.
Hey, you know what? I ran out of Heineken, so I'm not.
I have to say this. Let
Go
me.
ahead, bro. Hey,
Uh,
hey, hold up. Put the big screen on, Mike.
no. Let it stay. No, let it stay like this. All right.
No, yeah, nah, it's all you, bro.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
I ain't do it either.
No. Mm-mm. Don't do
Mike,
that.
say what you gotta say, dog. So you say what you gotta say.
No, we good. Just like that, LD. Thank you very much. I want to say this. All right. There's a lot of Falcons fans out here. Y'all some hoes, okay? I'm just gonna say it just like this. Y'all some straight up hoes. You know what hoes do? Hoes jump on shit when everything is all cool. All right. You remember 2015 when that son of a bitch was trying, myself included, were trying to run his ass out of Atlanta? Remember him when Julio Jones caught almost 140 something passes because Kyle Shanahan didn't understand that he needed to pass to somebody else? Didn't understand that he needed to run the ball? You remember that? 2015? Of course you don't, because you're still so focused on 2016. You remember the Super Bowl where the guy, Julio Jones, made one of the greatest catches I've ever seen in a playoff game? You remember that? Yeah. Nobody remember that. Why? Because that son of a bitch did not want to run the ball 3 times. Remember that? Oh, do you remember when magically he left his playbook in the media room where everyone was? Yeah, he did that. You remember after the Super Bowl when the Falcons lost? Guess where he was? On the sideline, not even a week later, talking to Bill Belichick. This is what you did wrong. And then after that, yeah, he ended up trading for Jimmy Garoppolo for a second round pick. But you guys totally forget about that type of stuff. And I say over and over again, Falcons don't need Kyle Shanahan, but I appreciate everything that he did for this team. He is a wonderful play caller. But the Falcons don't need him. The Falcons need to build their defense. We don't need Kyle Shanahan. We don't need him. Matt Ryan never truly needed him. Matt Ryan needed a running game, and he could have got there from anybody. It's just so that Kyle Shanahan has a father called Mike Shanahan. You guys forgot about Mike Shanahan, who taught him everything that he needs. Everybody forget about Gary Kubiak. Yeah, you forget about Gary Kubiak, and people give him all the credit. They try to give Kyle Shanahan all the credit for what happened in Houston. Yeah, he wasn't calling those plays. No, he was just the offensive coordinator. He was just the offensive coordinator. That's what Kyle Shanahan was. Everybody knows in Houston, nobody calls plays on that team but Gary Kubiak. And like I said, this is not a shot at Kyle Shanahan. It's still going to be fuck him forever. I still believe what I believe with him. It's all of you whole ass Falcons fans, okay, that love to jump on when shit is always good. But as soon nobody said nothing about Kyle Shanahan the previous 3 years when they were stinking the shit up. Nobody said anything about Kyle Shanahan. But as soon as they have one of the best defenses, if I'm not mistaken, these guys had a top 10 defense. And the offense wasn't a top 10. But we want to give Kyle Shanahan all the credit for that. And give Dan Quinn absolutely no love. We give him no love. We love to bash our own and then praise everybody else. Falcons fans, if you ain't loyal, get the fuck away from here. Because we don't want you. I don't want you. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, Dex, it's on you. It's on you, Dex.
Parting shot. Okay. Yeah. Great. All right. Here we go.
Go ahead, boss. It's on you.
Stop hating on things that you have no real reason to hate on.
Woo. You know what? Let me
Stop.
Let me stop the can. Let me stop the can right now because I'm about to do a holy praise shout out right now. I'm about to spin.
Like stop following blindly into the I hate this team, I hate this player, I hate this about life, I hate that about life, because you're just following. Unless you have a legit reason, what's the point? I got a friend who legitimately cannot stand Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Why? Never could explain it. My cousin played football at the University of Miami. I have met Dwayne a few times. Great guy. The person you see on Instagram is the person he is in real life. We, as sports fans, we do it a lot. We hate on the team just because we're told we're supposed to hate on the team. We hate on a player just because he plays for that team we're supposed to hate. It actually makes it hard for me to actually respect some of my own fans because they won't respect the numbers somebody else has done in a sport or position just because they played for this team. I'm a Hawks fan. Oh, wait, over here. My bad. You see the flag. I used to wear a jumpsuit. I have the track.
Look at my shirt. Hey, look at my shirt. Look at Mike's hat.
Right.
We are Georgia down. We Georgia down.
I used to work in State Farm Arena. I used to wear a red jumpsuit. It's called a flight suit. Worked for the flight crew. Did it for a couple of years. I was told as a Hawks fan, I'm supposed to hate the Knicks. I'm supposed to hate the Heat. I'm supposed to hate the Celtics. I was told as a Hawks fan that I'm supposed to be mad at the organization because we traded Dominique a long time ago. And, bro, that was 20 years ago. Y'all ain't let that shit go? I was told as a Falcons fan, I'm supposed to be mad at management because at one point, one previous regime let go of Dion. The other one let go of a person who got convicted for federal crimes and went to Fort Leavenworth and so on and so forth. I was told that I'm supposed to be mad at the Braves because the Atlanta Spirit Group, whoo, boy, I don't want to talk about all the things the Braves have done or not done in the past.
No, but bro,
Turner.
Dex, you know how all our Atlanta teams did to us? They all are guilty, all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
I might just
Mike, I see you over there with your side eye and shit. You understand too. You know, and it happens. I don't understand how. I just don't understand because you got teams like Utah, Portland, Golden State. Atlanta has the 8th biggest market in sports, and we can't win shit. Even New Orleans. Okay. We're better than New Orleans. We're better than New Orleans. I hate how people talk about how New Orleans this and that. We're better than New Orleans. So
okay. Well, let me explain to you. Let me explain this.
All I'm saying is this. How the fuck? That's all I'm saying. How the fuck?
Let me explain.
I'm just putting it out there, bro. I'm gonna let you explain, but
since you slid into my part of the shot, let me explain. How the
fuck?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. My bad, dog.
Since you brought it up, how the fuck? Our teams on paper usually are better than other teams. And then we step our black asses, because we're usually majority black teams. We step our black asses between them white lines and we start fucking up. 8th largest market or not. If we're not performing when it's time to perform, nobody's going to want to come here and play. Sometimes it's coaching, sometimes it's the players. Sometimes it's a combination of both. The last team in the Atlantis metropolitan sports area to win a title was the Atlanta United. And if you don't follow soccer or football, as the rest of the world knows it as, you wouldn't know who that is. 2nd year of existence, brought home a chip. Yeah. But because I'm a Falcons fan, I was told I'm supposed to hate the Saints. I'm marrying somebody from Louisiana.
You know, hey, look, hey, you know my pops is a. Come on, man.
I was told as a Braves fan, I'm supposed to hate the Yankees. The Yankees have had some of the best baseball.
But bro, the Yankees screwed us over though. So
okay, but the Yankees still had some of the best baseball players in history. I'm gonna still respect what
I understand it, but at the same time, I also said that as much as I hate the Saints, I still think that Drew Brees will be a Hall of Famer when he retires.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not gonna blindly hate a team or follow something just because. That's just not, to me, that's not smart. Because like my mama used to say, if your friends are jumping off the bridge, you're gonna do it too.
I don't give if it's dumb or not. I ain't never gonna hate. I ain't never gonna like the damn Saints. Just hate their ass forever.
I get that. And people, y'all are my friends, but y'all know me as well. When's the last time I talked shit about any other team on anything of mine?
Yeah, well, yeah. I got evil force that I'm gonna have to deal with this for the next few weeks. So, yeah.
I mean, and let's be completely honest. My Facebook memories have told me the last time I talked shit about any other team was almost 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, you know what? This is not worth it. These fan beefs, these bets, all this other shit, it's not worth it. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I can celebrate my team, be happy for them, and not have to shit on another team on their accomplishments for what they do. I just don't. That's like me going through life hating on person X because of something person Y told me that person X did. If I don't know that person personally, I have no reason to hate them. That's my stance. That's what I'm teaching my children. There ain't no reason to hate just because I hate somebody doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't give a damn, Cam. You hear me? I don't give a damn.
Kim, Mike, you know she's
Oh, hey, Kim said the Saints love you too, Mike.
I don't give a damn. Damn.
But Dex, you done, man? You good? I don't want to intrude. It's on me. It's on me.
Dog.
yeah.
All right.
And if you about to do what I think you're about to do, put the napalm away.
No. But I need eyes on me though. Put the camera on me.
Oh yeah.
Camera on me.
Sling some fucking napalm. Here we go.
Camera on me. No napalm. No napalm. I just want to say a few things. And I know my brothers Mike and Dex they had the whole sports thing, but I just want to say a few things. If you're mad at somebody, or if you hold a grudge against somebody, I'm gonna give you the 4 hardest words in your life. Just forgive them. Just forgive them, because that's what I'm going through now. I was in a situation where I felt that it wasn't my fault, and I felt that things happen, but at the same time, you have to learn to forgive somebody, because if you don't, that person's still gonna live their life. Regardless of how you feel about them, they're gonna live their life, whether they did you wrong or not. They're still gonna live your life. They're still gonna live their life. So what you need to do is just forgive them. As hard as it is, forgive them. Forgive yourself, and just move on. You got to, because I dealt with that hard reality in this past couple of days. I really did. So that's the only thing I need to say about that. I had another couple of things to say, but it's not that important. The only thing I need to say is that
Now say what you gotta say. Get it all out. Let
no. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say is the fact of the matter is that just forgive. You know, me, LaDonna, Mike, Dex, Matt, Kim, Nikki, we all talked about forgiveness. We all talked about how we need to grow in order to forgive, and just putting it out there. 2020 is about growth. And it's the fact of the matter is that we're trying to take this strictly, not only Red Cup Rants, we're trying to make this global. Not only Red Cup Rants, but Strictly Prohibited Network, all our shows. We're trying to make this global. So I had to really accept that, because Dex knows I had napalms ready, super ready.
Yeah.
I had an idea what you were getting ready to torch, but yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta be humble. You really do. Sometimes you really gotta just bite the bullet sometimes. And I know that some people be like, "Oh, you don't. Why you need to do that?" Yeah, you do. I had to really look at myself in the mirror and say, "Hey, you know." And Mike and Dex knows. Matt and LaDonna knows. Hell, even Kim and Nikki knows how I get down if I get pissed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just forgive. If the people that you want to forgive, they don't give a damn about your apology or you apologizing about what you did, then that's beyond control. You did your part, and just let it go. It's all about growth in 2020. Just let it go. Let it go. Really, just let it go. As
Don't
much as you are upset,
losing, my guy. I will mute you.
as much as you are upset about something, as much as you disagree about something, your real friends are gonna stick with you no matter what. Trust me. Me, Dex, Matt, and Mike had a heated conversation in our group chat. But guess what? We're still together. We're still brothers. We are. We're brothers. Because I said this plenty of times. This is not a yes show. This is not everybody agrees with an opinion. I watched the story. I thought Dex and Mike was about to come to blows, but guess what? They was laughing and joking about 15 minutes later, so I knew what it was.
I just started hearing his ass. That's all. And then he started talking about all kind of craziness, and yeah.
But at the same time, you need that.
Yeah.
That's love. If you don't have love like that, then I need you to reevaluate your friends. You need to reevaluate your friends because this is who we are. This is what we do, and that's all I gotta say. Honestly, get you some real friends because I know I got some real friends in my corner. Because you know what, they will laugh with me, but if I got some bullshit going on, they will point me all on my bullshit. So get you some friends like that. All right, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. So. All right, Dex, take us home, man.
All right. Well, this concludes another episode of Red Cup Rants right here on Strictly Prohibited Network via YouTube at Strictly Prohibited Network, on Facebook via Strictly Prohibited Network. And before we go, I just have some few things to address. We have other shows on this network. We have the Hodgepodge Show that comes on every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Same place, same channel, all that good, lovely stuff. We have the Chain Reaction with Boom LaDonna, which is it's going to decrease in appearance until football season really starts back up. They're going to do a Super Bowl special. They're going to do a draft special. We're doing a Super Bowl special with the entire network, so it's not just them. You'll see our ugly mugs too. Of course, we're the Red Cup Rants every Tuesday night. Usually we start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes technical difficulties and other issues come up. We are human, sue us. And then there's In the Zone with B. Jones, which will be coming probably fall.
I had to say that.
A little bit later, okay, around Octoberish, maybe a little bit later than that. We'll have to get in touch with B. Jones and find out when that's going to start exactly. But it'll be right here on Strictly Prohibited Network. Yes, B. Jones, I didn't forget about you. And then we have our newest fledgling show, which is quickly became one of our biggest shows. It is our show.
Look, hold on. I'm gonna let you, ladies. If you need a safe space to talk, check us out on January. Check the show out on January 30th. I'm just saying, check it out because I know how women talk about how they don't have.
Oh Lord! Oh God! Oh God!
No, I'm gonna let her finish. But if women, look at me. Look, if you need a safe space to talk about your problems with no judgment, check us out on January 30th. And my BFF is here.
Can you do something for me?
She is one of the. I'm gonna tell you like this. Look,
I'm not.
This was the. Look,
You know what I'm about to say?
this was the brainchild of our BFF, and it's taken off because I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've had women hit me up and say, "When was the next Champagne Conversation show?" So
Yeah.
take it away, LaDonna. It's on you.
For one, I want to thank everybody that's watched it. Everybody, because
Well,
I I didn't know how it was going to take off. I didn't. And we kept getting when's the next show?
We told you.
When you
Yeah.
I could tell us one thing, but we all think all our shows are great. We have to hear it from the people. So
But you gotta look at it like this. But you gotta look at it like this though. I said that. I told Dex and Mike this. I said if we get that women demographic, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't listen to me, and I told you.
Listen,
you said you wanted to dry run it and see how. I told you this is going to be.
I have been doing this podcast game for a good minute. But I was really excited to do the show with Nikki and Kim because we get to talk about girl stuff. And it's not just girl stuff because you heard it last week. It wasn't us just like guys do this, guys do that. It was women, y'all need to step y'all shit up too. Next conversation is going to be January 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. And the topic is going to be how to keep your relationship alive. And how
you know what? I got you know what? Hold on. I got my notebook ready. So I need to write some notes down because I need to listen to this. I do. I really
and it's
do.
not going to be just, a lot of people go with just the sexual aspect, and that's not just it, because there's a lot of things that goes into a relationship, and a lot of people forget to do. From like I said, there is a sexual, there is keeping your house afloat. Women, y'all got to make sure your man is completely satisfied in 3 different levels, from hungry, he's satisfied. So that's how this show is going to be on January 30th. Just give you a little sample. But January 30th, follow us, everybody, follow us. And but again, thank you everybody that watched us last Thursday.
All right.
With that being said, we are done. Oh, I do want to say this. 2 weeks, well, not 2 weeks, the day before, maybe a Saturday or the Sunday morning, we are going to do a Super Bowl special. And I am going to be in Columbus with my mother, who is a diehard 49ers fan. But I would have my computer, and we're going to do this. So
it's going to be, from what I know right now, I think it's supposed to be at noon Eastern on the day of Super Bowl, from what I last heard.
Okay. Well, like I said, whenever
I'll let you know.
Whatever we can talk amongst ourselves, and we can figure it out. But I am going to bring my computer because my mom doesn't believe in internet. So,
okay. So I'm gonna finish up this little bit of housekeeping, and then I have to respectfully ask for all of our, that part.
You hurry up because I got my jambalaya running, so you need to hurry up.
So, as I was telling LaDonna before before we rolled out Champagne Conversation, it's gonna be bigger than anybody ever thought of, because yes, y'all have been doing the podcast game for a long time. I do analytics and numbers because I was in school for business before I switched back to IT. There's not many places in the podcast / video / talk scene where it's a safe space for women to talk about their issues, talk about life, and not be judged, to not be attacked. One episode of Champagne Conversations has already been viewed already has over 1,000 views. Mm-hmm. It's already got 897 minutes of watch time. It's been shared almost 300 to 400 times. Mm-hmm. It's moving. It's doing. It's big. It's bigger than a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's the newest show on our network is the biggest show on our network. It is what it is. And the fact of the matter is it's needed. Because
I'm sorry to cut you off. I do apologize. I really wanted to mention the room. speak it to existence.
Ah.
If
The room of positivity is what pretty much sparked the conversation.
Yes.
And it is another room. It's another group. Yes, it's a group. Of course, LaDonna created it too because she doesn't do nothing but groups. She's damn like.
Come on, man. Look. Don't, look. Hold on. Let me say something.
How many groups we got?
Look. Don't shortchange LaDonna.
Look at her. She like that.
No. She's the reason why. Honestly, let's be real here. She's the reason why Strictly Prohibited Network is here.
Yeah, we know that. I'm not talking.
Because just look, LaDonna, look at me. We've been through some battles before we got this network taken off because me and you fought a lot to get this.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting her and I'm not knocking her. And she knows.
No. I'm just saying the fact of the matter is, me and LaDonna look. I don't fight. I'm too old to fight, but I will fight. And LaDonna was like, LaDonna came to me. She was like, just look. She was like, Dre, let's just do our own thing and just have our own show. And I was like, I got two knuckleheads that will jump on with this. Hey, Dex, and hey, Mike, what's up, man?
Yes,
I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Hold on.
Hold on one second. But Speaking to Existence is a group that I created for you needing somewhere to not pass judgment. You needed a place that you find motivation, maybe find recipes, maybe find just a friend. But I made this because I do talk to people, different walks of life, going through different problems. And I felt like me having different chats open, I felt like this group was needed. Again, if you're on Facebook, it's Speak It to Existence. I think I try to motivate with somebody every day. If I can get somebody out of a funk once a week, once a month, I'm doing good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And like I said,
I will. Before we close the door, I do need to address one thing. This is not the complete picture. Red Cup Rants is not a 3-man show. It's a 4-man show. For the last couple months, we've been down a man because that man, our little brother, our brother Cram himself, Phil, has been pretty much on call. He works a lot. He doesn't even get enough time to call in. And I don't want Phil to ever think that we're going to exclude him or forget about him. Phil, your chair is always here. It's always available and ready for you. I just want you to know, Phil, that we think about you all the time. I'm always worried about you. Your job is one of them high stress jobs that not everybody can do. With that being said, we want to thank y'all all for tuning in. I'm very happy to see the conversations that are going on the YouTube chat. With our viewers communicating with each other. That's a great thing. Y'all can keep on conversing after the show is over. Actually, no, the chat will go down because I forgot live chat. Whoops, our bad. But
I want to say this. Shout out to all of us for making it go strong. Dex, Mike, LaDonna. I know y'all. Look, y'all already know, man. Like, this is my outlet.
Yeah,
it really is. This is my outlet, and I appreciate it.
That's true.
Look. I'm gonna let Dex finish, and I want to say something. I'm gonna let Dex finish. Well, y'all don't understand what goes behind the scenes before this show. We argue, we debate.
I don't argue. Y'all motherfuckers just don't agree with me. That's all.
Shut up, Mike. Shut up, Mike. You was me before me. So anyway,
Wow, really?
yeah. Oh yeah. The belt's on the way. Me and Dex talked about it. The belt is on the way.
What the hell just happened?
Oh no. Dex, we talked about it. Mike, your belt's on the way, so I need you to wear it when Red Cup Rants takes off. I need you to wear it. But anyway.
Go ahead, say your part, Dre, so I can go ahead and close the show.
Yeah. You see these people here? It's a couple people that's missing, but the majority of the people that this is my outlet. This is who the people that likes me for me. So you can like it or hate it. We still gonna be on top. Like Game said, hate it or love it, the underdogs on top. All right, Dex, take it home, man.
Well, like I said, we want to thank you all for tuning in, coming along, chatting, communicating. Edgelon, thanks for calling in. You somewhat troll you. We're still grateful. We're here every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. We thank y'all for coming in. We will be back next week.
Hit that subscribe button.
Stay tuned for that Super Bowl show. We're gonna post it.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for that Super Bowl show.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Super Bowl special with the entire network. It won't just be us.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't gotta go home or wherever the hell y'all gonna go.
I gotta eat.
Oh,
I gotta eat. So
and yeah, so we'll see y'all. For us.
All right.